So we're just going to wait till everyone comes back. All right, well, they're going to miss the best part, so I'll give you guys the best part. I want you to grab a pen real quick. I want to make sure I definitely talk about this, and I'll talk about the rest of the 7 hours we have with each other. The next 30 minutes. I love what Jane said, by the way. You realize what she just said? She said after 3 years, she finally is at the place where she knows her purpose. And guys, and Jane's, 27 years old. So, it took her 27 years. So, what if it took you the next 5 minutes to find your purpose? Would you think it'd be worth the $20 that you just spent here?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you guys, it's life changing. So, what I'm going to give you, guys, my secret, and I know everyone's after the secret, right? But there really, 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 really is a secret to this business. I want to give it to you right now. I'm going to teach you how to do it, and then I'm going to go through the rest of the slides with more of a purpose on why you want to hit national marketing record and above. But this is what I did 3 times in 10 years. And how many of you ever heard of a dream board? Okay. I don't like it. I don't like dream boards. I think they're dumb. I think it's silly. I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. Okay? Unless you do it with the purpose I'm going to show you. Because so many people do a dream board that put stuff they don't even want on a dream board. Maserati, Lamborghini, mansion. They don't even want that crap. Does that make sense? But they think that by doing it, they're just going to get it. It's the weirdest thing I've ever seen. But I do believe in dream boards with a purpose of the visual side. So does that make sense? I think it's dumb just to do it without a purpose, but it's great to do it when it's all connected to your purpose. Does that make sense? So the secret of this business is 4 steps. It's called the achievement system. And you're going to learn this a lot when you're a senior director and above, but I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it. I could do a whole 4-day training on it, okay? Like each step, a whole day. But I'm going to give you 5 minutes of it. It's 4 steps. The first step is to create a 5-year vision statement. And this is my secret. Okay, this is what I've done 3 times in 10 years. And the first one I've created and the second one I've created, guess what happened, guys? It all came true. Every single thing came true. And you know what? I didn't even realize it until recently. Everything came true. My income, the house, where my kids are at, financially, even beyond what I thought I would be making at this point in my life, my health, right? Everything came true. And then I recently wrote another one about 2 months ago, and oh boy, it's about to get real fun now, okay? So how do you do this? So it's bullet points would be a day in the life of you 5 years from now, okay? So you want to put a bullet point, what do you want to be in 5 years? What do you want to do in 5 years? And what do you want to have in 5 years? So the have part can be maybe materialistic stuff, and believe me, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, heck yeah, I definitely want to drive a nice car. Heck yeah, I definitely wanted, a nice home. I was staying at Jane's home, and yesterday I was caught off guard a little bit because it's kind of cold here in Oregon. So I was staying at her guest house. So I wasn't wearing socks, and I looked down. These are heated floors. Cool, Isn't that cool? You want heated floors? It's kind of cool. It's all really cozy. It's not cold in the bathroom. So that's something on my dream board. Does that make sense? So that stuff, that's cool. Materialistic stuff is cool. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay, heated floors is a cool thing. Okay, especially if you live here in Oregon. In California, not so much because it's always warm. Okay, maybe cool for it. But stuff like that, like materialistic stuff. The house, the home, the vacations. Maybe, women in the room, all your shoes, maybe that closet, you want, like you walk it, like the closet I have, I could live in my closet. It's pretty cool. Where it's like, I always wanted a closet that looked like a store. You walk into like a store, it has like the, all of the shelves and everything, and then the lights in each shelf. So literally my closet is like, it's like from here to that thing. It's that long. I'm not kidding. And it has all this stuff. I have 100 pairs of shoes, so that's why I need a big closet. But it looks like a store. Like you're going to a men's store. And everything's like, my watches, my belts, my shoes and everything. And I've always wanted that. And that was on my dream board, okay? Now that's the materialistic stuff. So obviously there's not that's kind of the cool stuff about life, but that's not your purpose in life, but that's cool to have, okay? But what do you want to be? That's your character. That's your integrity. That's who you are as a person. Okay, that's also your health. your relationships, your mental, your cultural, your personal development, your growth. So what do you want to have? What do you want to be? And then what you want to do is the adventures. What do you want to do? I was talking to somebody, I forget what it was. I was talking to a lady who was in her 60s, and she's full-time married now, and her dream is to buy an RV, really nice luxury RV, and travel the country and do Miriam events all over the country in her RV. She's retired, her kids are out away, and she would love to do that with her husband. Who wouldn't want to do that at 60, right? Who's already retired and built? I mean, that's awesome, right? Luxury RV, go around, do events, do parties for her team, and hang out. Yeah, that's what she wants to do. So that's her adventure. So we all want an adventurous life, and I think men are wired that way naturally. I mean, we definitely that's why I'm doing Ironmans next year. I'm going to climb Mount Fuji next year. I'm going to have the pro cam on it and Facebook about it and document. I mean, I'm going to go after all the adventures next year because it's going to inspire the team. But I get to do that because I'm financially free. I can go do whatever I want. Does that make sense? So what do you want to do with your life? How about this? Thanksgiving. Let's say 5 years from now, Thanksgiving Day, you and your family are at the Eiffel Tower, and you realize that to eat at the Eiffel Tower takes 3 years to reserve. 3 years. And a plate is $1,400. Okay? But you're in the Eiffel Tower on Thanksgiving Day. How cool would that be? Would you guys agree? Maybe you're in Italy in a gondola, or Venice, right? In a gondola, and you have a girlfriend now, and you want to make her your wife, and you envision proposing to her in the gondola. Okay, does that make sense? That takes a lot of money and a lot of bling bling. Okay, okay, you ain't gonna do it when you have no money. Okay, someone says money's not everything. It is to that girl. But it's not everything, guys. But would you guys agree? You can make better choices in your life. Okay, it's just a better life. So that kind of stuff. What else? So you want to create that. Now, how you do it? You put the bullet points on really what you want and negate whatever you really don't want. And what you do is you start writing a novel to yourself. So it's like a day in the life of you, December 2019, right? So December of 2019, you just kind of write it like this. Today I woke up in the beautiful breeze of Maui. I got out of bed. I looked out the window. I saw the dolphins in the view. We're right on the oceanfront property. Today's a special day because our children are going to be flying in on our private helicopter, and they're going to be, just like you just go crazy. Does that make sense? But it also has to take the judge's robe off, and you don't say, I just bought the Chicago Bulls. I'm a billionaire. I mean, it's probably not going to happen in 5 years, right? Still be realistic, but do take the judge's robe off. Okay? Now, why am I focusing on this? Everything is driven in life by vision. The Bible even says, without vision, people perish. And that was by the wisest man ever, King Salem. So I think I'm going to take, I don't even care if you're religious or not, I believe in God. You should probably believe in what King Solomon said. He was the wisest man ever. Okay, so he says, without vision, people die. You die, not physically, but in the business you die. So if you don't have an incredible vision, at least between now and 5 years, then how is anyone on your team going to be excited to be led by you? Think about that. If you don't know what your purpose is in the business, if you should have a mission statement. How many of you have ever seen the movie Jerry Maguire? Okay, what made the movie? What did he do that made him get fired? That made him get fired in the movie. He had a 24-page mission statement of how he, because he looked in the mirror and he didn't like what he saw. He was all about this, all about that. And then what happened? As soon as he had the mission statement, he got fired. He lost his fiance. He was getting punched in the face. All his top people left him, except for Cuba Gooding Jr., right? He's like, show me the money. Show me, right? One client, but because of his mission statement, he stayed true to his purpose. That one client became the #1 NFL in the movie, and he made all these millions of dollars anyway, okay? But he did it his way instead of the way that he was supposed to do, society. He did it his way, and look what happened, even though he's getting, but so be careful though, because once you do this, you know how it works. When you start setting goals, you start putting yourself out there, it's called the devil, he's going to come get you, he's going to mess things up for you, and it's a test. It's all a test. And it's the people that get tested the most in life are the people that are most driven, and the people that have the most purpose. If you never want to get tested, do nothing with your life, be average with your life. If you never want to get criticized, just sit around and watch Jerry Springer reruns and make 30 grand a year, okay? And no one will criticize you. And your family will just, they'll be cool. But as soon as you want to go outside the norm and be somebody big and do something big with your life, guess what's going to come? Critics. And I'm at the point in my life at age 33, I don't give a damn what people think about me anymore. Does that make sense? I just do it. I know what's right, okay? I just don't care. You want to criticize me? Or maybe, hopefully you don't criticize because I'm a bad person. Of course, that's bad. But as long as I'm not hurting people, I'm adding value to people, and I'm in my life purpose, and you still have a problem with me, God bless you, see you later. Okay? Because I just don't care. I'm not going to run my life on your opinion. Because most people's opinions are cheaper, is the cheapest commodity in the world. Okay? Now, I love on them, pray for them, but, I'm not, yeah, you're right. Because people are really influenced by other people. And you've got to really protect yourself from association. How many of you ever heard how many of your parents, maybe you're a parent, you told your kids this, birds of a feather flock together. And that's why we need each other here. And yeah, we're all pumped up now, but a lot of you are going to leave today without this, but that's why this is so important to congregate once a week with each other. Does that make sense? The fellowship of the Durianites, rise up, right? But you need each other. You need each other for just support, encouragement, and direction. That's why you need an upline. You really do. Until you're really at that point where you're a 4-star, 3-star, you really do need to rely on your upline for support and direction and guide you and direct you and coach you, whatever. Even if you are an MD, okay? So that's there for you, but really be careful who you associate with and who you share your vision with. I only share my vision when I post on Facebook. That's all the story. Okay? Because again, I don't care. Okay? But be very careful about who you share your vision with. If you share it with even your skeptical parents, who are just, they always want the best for you, but they don't want you to grow, be careful. Okay? Because if you do, you're going to get criticism. So, but as long as you know it's right and it's your dreams, you've got to protect your dreams. That's why that Will Smith movie, Pursuit of Happiness, he says, if you have a dream, go get it. When he tells his son that, it's a great clip, about 2 minutes, go get it. Just go do it. Just go get it. If you got a dream, hold true to your dream. And this business is not your dream. This business is the financial vehicle to fund your dream. You guys getting that? Okay. That's why I don't quit, because I'm not Nurium. I don't want to be branded as I'm the Nurium guy. All I do is Nurium. I don't want my friends thinking I'm all about Nurium. I don't want everyone in the world thinking that's the Nurium guy. That's all he does is Nurium. He just does skincare. That's not my brand. My brand is to add value to people, and I can do it full time because of Nurium. You guys getting this? And doors open up for my dreams to be a best-selling author, to do a documentary, to travel the world and do my athletic stuff, and do all that, and to train and bike and work out and work on my body, which works on my mind because of Nurium, because I have the financial freedom to go to the gym on a Monday afternoon, Tuesday afternoon, Wednesday afternoon, when no one's in there. If I go at 6, I'm screwed. Because everyone has the treadmill. And I'm like, oh gosh, because why? Everyone has the 9 to 5, and that's when they work out, and they go home, repeat, Monday through Friday. And then the best time to go to the gym is Saturday night, okay, because no one's there. But the whole point is when you're financially free, you can go whenever you want to. You can make choices on whatever you want, okay? So once you create this day in the life of you 5 years from now, I really encourage you to share it with your Nurium brand partners, share it with your team. Be humble about it, though, because obviously a lot of it's going to be like your life. Like, hey, I'm just using this as an example. Here's my 5-year vision. I would love to encourage you to make yours. Because once your leaders are in alignment with what their purpose is and how they see Nurium as the financial vehicle to get them what they want out of life, maybe it's a nonprofit, maybe it's ministry, maybe it's whatever it is, maybe it's what Jane wants, really to impact women to financial independence, okay? Because women, let's face it, maybe they get married and the husband leaves them and they were a stay-at-home mom. What do? Go marry another wealthy man. That's what no, I'm just kidding. No, they don't do that, right? They want to be independent, and that's what Jane's purpose is. And I think that's an amazing, amazing purpose, because so many times in life, because women have kids, they're put at the home, and their identity is, oh, I'm just a mom. Well, being a mom is a full-time job. Would you guys agree? But at the same time, though, it really doesn't have to be your identity. A woman can still have a life outside her children. Does that make sense? And still be powerful. That's why I love Mary Kay. Mary Kay Ash. You know her story, right? Okay, go read about it. Go read her biography. It's unbelievable. It's just she's one of those powerful women in the 60s that was left and was a single mom. She started a business that now is a multi-billion-dollar business, okay? It's a pretty awesome story. But there's so, Oprah Winfrey. I mean, you have so many women that just didn't sit there and say, you left me, all right, well, I guess I'm just going to be a Social Security or unemployed. No, they did something about it. Does that make sense? So if that resonates with you or whatever resonates with you, do it. And then just know that you have to be financially free because money is a thing that if you had a full-time job, you might not be able to accomplish your dreams, right? Forever. So this is how you're going to get out of that job eventually to be financially free so you can really go after really what you want. So the 5-year vision is real, and once you write that down and once you fall in love with 5 years from now, you're being pulled by that, and that's why when you get down and out, when you get the crap beat out of you, meaning, people quit or this happens and all this stuff happens when it rains and pours, like, it doesn't faze you. You guys getting this? Because you're so into your vision and purpose and meaning that this is so, it's so good that you know your meaning and purpose too, because once you're on fire, your team is on fire. It's so weird how this works. So if I'm a leader on top and you guys feel my energy, and my energy is like, hey guys, gosh, what a rough week. I mean, numbers are down, morale is down. I mean, I don't even know what to do. The vision is pretty cool here. Engineering is awesome still, but you know what? I'm kind of thinking about doing something else. All right, guys, let's have some wine and cheese parties. Even if I don't say anything, but I'm just kind of walking around like this. Hey, guys. See what I'm saying? Like immediately your team feels the energy. So David Byrd always taught me clarity and energy really equals achievement. Once you're clear on why you're doing it and how you're going to bring this kind of life to fruition because of this, you're going to have natural energy. You're not going to have to drink coffee as much or Red Bulls or anything, right? Because you're naturally waking up early, you're going to bed late, you're like, I'm only getting 4 hours of sleep, but man, I've never felt better. Why is that? Because passion. You're passionate about helping people, adding value to people, doing the business, pulling people with you, helping them create their 5-year vision. And I always love talking to people on, hey, what's your life look like outside here? What do you mean? What do you want to do with your life outside here? Obviously, you're going to be successful here, but people are like, well, I don't know, I want to be a bodybuilder, or I want to do a marathon one day, or I want to do this or that. And once I can focus on what they want, and then show them how Nurning can be that huge financial vehicle to get them there quicker, then they're so passionate and excited and energetic. But what happens is when you're Nurning 24/7, that's all you think about, that's all you think, you're going to eventually, what? Chickens are going to hatch and you're going to crash. Because you can't just all be about anything. It can Nurning, it could be anything. You just can't be one-sided. Okay? You have to have that balance. But that doesn't mean you use that as an excuse too. Oh, well, I want to be balanced and I can't show up for 5 months, because I have to be balanced. Okay? No. Does that make sense? All right, so the second step is once you have that 5-year, you need to have your yearly goal. So this is the biggest thing that people get wrong, is you should not have monthly goals. And that's not an achiever. It's the monthly initiatives to get you closer to your end of the year goal. So January 1st, I set a goal to be at a certain level and a certain income by the end of this year. So for the whole 2014, all I've done on a monthly basis and a daily basis got me closer to that one goal in Nurning. Then I also had one goal in my health, and then I had one goal in my family. So every day, I'm using my third step, which is the monthly initiatives, high payoff activities, to get closer to my daily actions, or I do my daily action steps. So you see what I'm saying? So daily action steps, plan the night before the day starts. I'm being pulled by what my high payoff activities are monthly, which pulls me to my end of the year goal, which pulls me closer to my 5-year vision. It's like a T-bar when you go snow skiing. Now you kind of sit down a little bit like this. It kind of pulls you on your inner thigh up the mountain like that. That's really what the why is. You're just always constantly being pulled. Now sometimes you're like, get off me, critics. Oh, get off me, family member, But you're still being pulled though. Instead of, okay, the shark's got you. You're done. And when people quit, you gotta understand, when they quit, it's so sad because guess where they go back to? They go back to that group. That's the saddest part about when people quit. They succumb back to apathy, average, mediocrity. God even says he spits those kind of people out. So I never wanted to be mediocre. My life purpose is to not be mediocre. That's it. If I'm not mediocre, if I'm the best I can be with what I've been given as my gifts, then man, I lived a good life, right? I did my best. I was in my purpose. I helped people. I didn't hurt people. And I did my best with the gifts I was given. That's all you can do, right? I love the saying, Art Williams, he said, all you can do is all you can do, and all you can do is always enough. So always think about that. Are you doing the best job you can do? And the answer probably is no to a lot of you. Because a lot of you are not doing your 2 a day. You can totally do, you guys can do, and I don't want to scare you, but you can do 10 a day if you really wanted to, easily. Okay? I'm not saying do it, because obviously I want that balance and I don't want to get burnt out, but 2 a day, go to I mean, you can do it. So as long as you're doing your best you can do, that's all we can ask. I'm never going to push you beyond something where it's too much if you're already doing your best. Does that make sense? But really, what is our best? If we can go to the moon as human beings, we can go NMD in 10 years. Would you guys agree? If we can do so many things that we've done, if Steve Jobs can take an iPod and turn it to an iPhone, we can do our 2 a day. Would you guys agree? I mean, brilliant minds live amongst us. We live in the greatest time in the world in history. I can go from LA to New York City in 4.5 hours nonstop. Guys, think about how amazing that is when we can go all over the world on a plane and if you have money, you can sit there and watch movies all day with your feet up and travel the world in 2014. I mean, we live in the greatest time in the world to live, literally in mankind's history. We have so many thought leaders right now that are amazing. The Generation X, the yeppers. Do you have any yeppers in the room? Okay, well, it looks like all of you are yeppers. Wow. Okay, so think about well, my generation is like just before, after the yeppers. I'm 33, but the generation behind us, the 18 to 29-year-olds, they're not thinking, I'm going to go to school, get a great job, and be like mommy and daddy, and get that dream home and the white picket fences, and have a social security check waiting for me after age 65. They're thinking, I'm never going to do what they're doing. My parents, I don't want that life. Because all that stress that they grew up with the money, blah, blah, blah. So what do? They create apps and make $1 billion. That's what they do, okay? They're on social media. It's all about social media and creating companies out of Facebook, out of just what's there. Mark Zuckerberg, he's not even 30 yet. The guy's worth, what, $26 billion? Okay? So I'm just saying, this is the world we live in, and if you're older, you better adapt. A lot of older people say, well, I don't know how to use Facebook. You better learn. That's what you do. You better go take a class, okay? Because you're gonna get beat. This is the day in the life of the internet and entrepreneur and learning how to become an entrepreneur, because it's not the same old. The middle class is dead. There's no such thing. After 2008, it died permanently. It's never going to come back. So eventually, there's going to be 2 categories in America: poor people and rich people. That's it. It's already happening. Either poor or rich. There's no, I'm just getting by. Life's good. No more of that. And the only way to get rich in America is to have your own business, whether it's Nurium or anything else. Poor people have jobs. And it's not they're poor like homeless. They're just poor time-wise. They're poor even money-wise because half their money is going to taxes. Half their money gone. Okay? So you guys are obviously here. I'm talking to the choir. But when people are like, I'm quitting, I kind of have to remind them of this. And they're like, yeah, you're right. That's why Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Cash Flow Quadrant, any Robert Kiyosaki book, if you don't have a lot of financial education, get some, because your perspective changes. Therefore, you start dreaming bigger and realize that Nurium is the biggest asset that you can ever build. Warren Buffett says, put everything in one basket. Okay? I put everything in Nurium because it pays me a lot of money, and then I take the money in the cash flow and I invest it. I invested in myself. I invested in other projects that spit more cash flow out. Someone says, well, I want to buy a Bentley. Okay, so what do? Well, I'm going to go lease a Bentley. Oh, that's great. Lease a Bentley. Wow, you're rich. Okay, no. You find an asset that spits cash flow at you to go buy the Bentley, so that the Bentley's paid for through a monthly. You can buy a Bentley on payments, but you have an asset that pays for the Bentley, and then eventually 4 or 5 years the Bentley's paid for, but you still have the asset. So poor people go buy homes and cars before they have an asset that pays for the home and cars. Does that make sense? So rich people think like that, where they're not going to go buy a Porsche or a home yet. They're going to go buy a business. And that's what cracks me up when people say, $1,000, that's too expensive. I don't have the money. That's poor people. They don't understand that. That's why they got to read Rich Dad Poor Dad. Because I never said I don't have the money. I said, yeah, I don't have the money, but I'm going to borrow my mom's credit card without telling her, let's do it. Because I'm going to go get paid and she won't mind, okay? Does that make sense? Once you, I don't have the money. That's 80% of America. I don't have the money. $1,000 measly dollars, guys, to build an asset that could pay you $1,200 a month, $1,300 a month, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10,000 or more a month after 1 year of working your Nurian business. That's why the Lexus program is amazing. Go lease a Lexus for 2 years. They pay your payment. It's a tax write-off. Then go upgrade for a better one every 2 years. And then you never have to worry about a car payment because your asset, Nurian, is paying for your car. And then you go buy a home because your Nurian asset is paying for your home. You guys getting this? She even gets it, little baby, okay? We're educating everyone in that. I love it. Okay. So social media, what time is it real quick? 1:13. Oh, wow. I want to be done before 2. That's good. Okay. So social media, let's talk about this real quick. This is one of my favorite subjects because so many people, they don't get this. Okay, social media, I definitely would recommend. Definitely post about your business, but don't be weird don't be posting before and after pictures like every day. I would do it maybe once a week, twice a week. What I love about social media the most, though, how I leverage it the most, is not just posting randomly. You see these icons? Like if you have the iPhone, you can go on the back office and you save photo. I Google breaking news image. I'll give you kind of one of my tips. I know Dale Munger can copy this. Okay, a lot of people copy my tip. Okay, go to Google, put breaking news image, and you save whatever photo you want. You save this, or you save director, whatever it is. Like someone who just got the iPad, the Fast Car Quaff, whatever. And then you post on Facebook and tag the person. Breaking news, congratulations to so-and-so. She or he just qualified for the iPad with Nurian International as a bonus. Not for free, because that sounds weird, okay? As a bonus. Breaking news, congratulations to so-and-so for just qualifying for their Lexus as a bonus. Congratulations, great job. $50,000 bonus is next. Hashtag Nurian, hashtag momentum. And then what you do is you tag that person and then tag your upline or whatever. And then what happens is their network sees that. They click on you and they click, wow, that looks like a person I want to work with. And wow, look at these great groups of people, positive. And then they see all the comments. Because one thing Nurian culture is great at is recognizing people whether they're on the downline or not. So all these comments of congratulations, great job, you're a winner, you're a champion, you're in rocks, blah, blah, blah. And then they think, my life sucks. Look at this guy. That's how you use Facebook. I make a lot of money on Facebook because of my business. Does that make sense? A lot of people join my team through Facebook. Yesterday, or 2 days ago, the guy that I put 10 years ago on my list. Now we all have a chicken list, and we all have like a wanted list. I mean, I would love to get this guy. He was my #1 person. I worked with him with John Maxwell. He made a multiple six-figure income in another company. He was the #1 guy. It took me 10 years to get him. 2 days ago, we signed up. 10 years, okay? He could, and the funny thing is, my agent, the one that I work with now for the book that I'm writing, he knew him, and his wife just got the Lexus. So the reason he joined my team is because my agent's wife, Andia, just got the Lexus in Atlanta. He used to live in Atlanta with all of us. I used to live there too. And that's what really pulled him to say, oh my gosh, I better get in on this thing, because now I know people that I know, other than Todd, got the Lexus. See what I'm saying? And then we all congratulated Andia on her Facebook, and that's what he saw, because she got it last month. And guess who got the benefit? Me, okay? So isn't that cool? Because he's my warm market, and I've been working on for 10 years. So you never give up on people. He'll go NMD. He's the type that you just know. He's just done. I mean, once, yeah, anyway, which is really cool. So that's how we use social media the best way, okay? But don't use it too much where you're just bombarding. Again, your brand, you don't want your brand to be Nurian only. You also want to take, I don't know, some of you some selfies, I don't know. You want to also take some, Christmas photos and maybe some family photos, and, you're at the gym, maybe, just be very balanced with those posts, okay? The edge, You get this obviously for $29.95 a month, $1 a day after your second month, and you're going to get access to all of the personal development, Success Magazine, which is huge, guys. Recognition is in there, a CD of the month is in there, right here. Capture pay, all of this communication that you need as a business. Someone once said to me, well, that's expensive, how do I cancel? That was the last time I ever spoke with them. But it's just, again, mindset. Someone says that's expensive. Go start a Subway franchise. Give me a break. $29.95 to run your entire business, $1 a day, and they're saying it's too expensive. So again, you have to have that mindset of a business owner and not a layperson that had, an employee. Okay, you have to transition that mindset. We teach people how to really think bigger than they're thinking. Noreen gives back. This unbelievable. I don't think we talk about this enough. I do presentations, and you guys have to understand. You're so spoiled. We're so spoiled. We get 3 or free, which that alone is insane. And then you now get product. I was talking to a lady in the back who was from another skincare company. I won't mention the name, but they have to buy product. They have to buy all their samples, and they have to sample them. And if they don't want them, they lose the money themselves. Here, you don't have to buy product other than $1,000 to $500, and then every time you recruit somebody or sell a customer, you get a what? $110 Mary May bottle for free. So the company's giving over $30–40 million away. I've received a lot. How many of you received free bottles? Raise your hand. I mean, guys, that is it. No company does that in the network marketing. No one. So this needs to be talked about so much because when you have a business mindset, even a spa owner, like if I own a spa or a spa that cut hair or whatever. Let's say I bought a bunch of Paul Mitchell products. But the problem with spa owners, what happens is they buy Paul Mitchell, Aveda products, and they spend $5 grand a month, but then 2,500 is moved, 2,500 is not. And then they come out with a new product, and now they're stuck with inventory. If they lose all money. So that's a spa owner's life. Here, we don't have that. And that's why spa owners love this, because they can sell a bunch, get the residual, and then they're getting all that product inventory for free that they can sell for cash or give out to more people to get more people coming back. Okay, it's a crazy concept. Okay, it's amazing. Roll back to Lexus. Okay, this is what this looks like. You get 3. Help them get their 3. Get an iPad. I mean, of course, you saw the market. You all know this by now. And then help them get their 3. It's $12,500. So $7,500 you can count up to. Okay, $7,500 in one leg. You need 1 senior brand per leg, and a total of $12,500 in your Lexus room. You guys get that, right? Now, other companies have car programs. Like I said, I grew up in Five and Cadillac. You have to work your little booty off in that company to get a car, and then it's hard to requalify for the car. So a lot of times the repo man comes from these cars and other companies because you get it, and then it's hard to requalify because you don't have a back end like we do. Okay, our back end is insane. So you really should never fall back from rank as long as you're focused on what? Every 10 that join, you're going to get 2 fast start qualified. That's it. So if you do that, you'll never fall from rank. I don't even focus on rank. I focus on that, put my head down, and because of that, I never fall back. I've never fell back from any position in 10 years in this industry because I'm always focused on new blood, helping new people win, which obviously I win anyway. Okay, helping enough people get what they want and get everything they want. But this car program, again, remember I said in the beginning, if you're a Lexus earner, is that a very big deal? Okay, it's cool. Because it's really not that hard. Because I come in for the 1,000. I'm not knocking it, but think about this. I get it for the 1,000. I sign up 3 people for the 1,000. How much is that? 4,000. She signs up 3 people for 1,000. That's 4, 5, 6, 7,000 already. Well, 12,500 minus 7,000. I only need what 5, 6,000 left. Okay, let's say 6. Call it 13,000. That's it, 6,000. Then she goes and gets 3 people for another 3,000. That's 7, 8, 9, 10,000. I just have to help the third person get their 3, which is 13,000. I'm a Lexus earner. Get 3, you get 3, all for 1,000. That's all I got to do. So again, I'm not knocking. It's a great accomplishment, but I mean, a lot of other companies, it's hard. I mean, it's difficult to get a car, and then it's also difficult to maintain that. But then what happens with these 3 who get their 3 the following month? They just do what we did because I'm focused on 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10. So I never go back and then go, So this is once you get to this level though, that's when the doors start really opening, the floodgates really opening because now you're branded as someone that's a Lexus earner. You're a senior director and above. Now you're on the David Bird calls on Thursday. You're going to the PNLAs, the leadership academies. You kind of walk around a little bit more like this now. What up, guys? I'm here. You know? And that's okay, because you're a little bit more confident in your leadership. And also what happens to your team. I always tell people the number one reason you want to rank advance is why? Influence. Because if you're winning, your team wants to be like you. So if you're rank advancing and helping other people succeed, your team is almost like, well, anything that you say, I'll do, because I want what you have. And that's exactly what leadership is, okay? Here we go. That's what I said. The senior director call, 9 a.m. Pacific, 11 a.m. Central, every Thursday. Amazing call. We just had David Bird on this past Thursday. Unbelievable call. Guess what we talked about? This. 2 out of 10. And he talked about the thing I just talked about, the achievement system. And you guys had a little snapshot of that today. God, this is the slide. This is the slide of the day. This should be on your iPhone wallpaper. This should be made a poster at your house. This is everything, because this is a 6-figure income or more by doing this. That's all. And you see how balanced it is? Now, it might not be exactly like this, but that's what we all need to shoot for. 3 legs, help 5 people in each leg get their car. That would put you at national marketing director, $50,000 bonus. There it is. Okay, you just need 3 directors and above, but obviously with 5 each in each leg, you have 5 senior directors and above. That's over $150,000 a month. So $150,000 a month sounds crazy, right? It's like, oh, I got my bottle. Wow, $80. $150,000. I'll go in and be like 20 years from now. You know, that's society, but it doesn't have. It's not that way. Because again, you just have to focus on recruit, and at the same time build your customer base. Okay, it's not just only about recruiting, because we have a real product, right? But if I get 3 for the 1,000, because remember I said the 1,000 is all I promote. And again, if they have to come in for the 500, I don't make them feel bad. I mean, sure, no problem. But that's all I go for first, and then right away I can go get 3, who get 1,000, they get 3. Now it's almost a car. That's a car. So then I show my team how to do 3, who get 3 for 1,000, 15 times over. I'm NFE. You guys getting that? It's pretty cool. It's a lot easier than you think. Maximizing your weekly check. We get paid every Wednesday. We get paid 5 times a month, 4 times a week, each Wednesday, and then the 15th of each month. Now, I wouldn't worry. 90% of this room, do not worry or even think about your residual. Who cares? All I would focus on in your first 4 to 5 months of this business is your weekly. How to drive Wednesday to Wednesday. So what I do every Wednesday to Wednesday is I help as many people as I can get their iPad and get their Lexus. I look at volume, GTV. I look at, if someone's at 2,000, great. I got to call them. Hey, did you know you're at 2,000? No, what's that mean? Well, you just need 2,500 more to get your iPad. Really? What does that look like? 2 Premier Packs, 1 Success Pack? You're in, man. Oh, and also, you don't have to personally do it. You can do 1, and then your team can do a couple, and you've got the iPad. You have to have 3 active legs. That's all you have to have, 4,500, between now and next week or next month or this end of this month, and you got the iPad. That's how I drive my weekly check, right? And I drive my volume weekly because we have 5 closes of the month. A lot of people are like, well, I'm going to go director between now and the end of the month. Bad thinking. You can go director between now and the end of this coming Wednesday. And does that make sense? It's only $4,500. It's not that big a deal. Or between now and the second Wednesday of the month, instead of, oh, I'm just going to do it at the end of the month. That's how the average person thinks, right? But since we got 5 closes of the month, this is how you want to drive it with that sense of urgency. And it sounds like a lot, but it's really not. Because 4,500 is only 4.5 people. That's all it is. 4 Premier Packs, 1 Success Pack, that's it. Director, double rank advance, more money, iPad. Then we're going to go post on Facebook recognizing you, and you get even more recruits. Because people are like, you got an iPad already? I'm in. Momentum, law of the big month. Okay, 9-day calendar, that's in your success planner, and then you'll have one in your achievement planner, like I told you. Updated promotions, so these are some of the blitz packs. Let me just give you my advice on the blitz packs. If you need the product, get one. If you don't, don't. Does that make sense? Don't just buy this to rank advance, because that's cool, but now it's going to be extra hard next month. So, but if you need 1 or 2, perfect, and that could help you rank advance. But we don't really want to stress just buying it to buy it. Does that make sense? They're there for us for a purpose if you really do need extra bottles to give out. So you got the Optimera for Canada. You can buy Optimera if you live in America once every 3 months. Okay, so now we can sample it in Mexico and Canada because obviously it's open. Some people ask me, can I send some to Japan? No. Can I send some to Brazil? No. Why? Because we're not open. We don't want any problems with the border or anything or any of the international waters because we do a bunch of that. We want a world-class opening in each country. But you can send in Mexico and Canada the Optimera and buy 1 pack every 3 months. But you check it, even if your team all buys 1 pack every 3 months, that's great for your volume. Would you guys agree? It's also great for your business because you have a lot more exposures out there. So if you use the Blitz packs correctly, it's great for business. Okay? But I wouldn't say, oh, I need to go director. I'm 3,000 away. I'm just going to go buy $3,000 of products. Just go buy a darn iPad and save yourself some money. Okay? People do that though. It's crazy. I really am against that. And obviously here's some of the other different Blitz packs. The firm. This is incredible because you can buy the firm. You're getting it for about $40 each, and then you can go sell it for $900. And when you sell it to somebody, they start using it. You just made $500 cash, right? And they're using it, and then they're going to run out, and now they're going to buy it on a monthly thing. So it's kind of a business thing, and plus you're getting the $500 volume. So you have to think like business thing. That's what I would do. This stuff is like cocaine, and we can have kind of a distribution center, okay? Because people are addicted to it. They're like, oh, I need it, it really works. Same with the MAD. You run out, you're like, oh my gosh, I can't even function anymore. I need it. I'm addicted. That's what you want, right? Thank God it's not a drug. We're not in the drug cartel industry, okay? But it's the coolest thing to that. That's why I think we're doing so well is because it works so well, okay? All right, there's a lot of blah, blah, blah. Okay, and of course, okay, let's talk about this right here, the Blitz packs, okay? Right now, you guys could double your volume, a lot of you, if you just simply make everyone upgrade. Just upgrade, okay? Everyone needs to be on the 150, in my opinion, and I think I would never get in trouble if someone said, oh, Todd said everyone, no, yeah, please. Everyone believed Jeff Olson, Renee, everyone should be on 150. Why would you not be, especially as a brand partner? Because if you're not using the firm, if you're not using the day and the night cream, I don't want to sign up with you. Does that make sense? You're not even using it. You're not even product to product. Why would I want to sign up with you? And also duplicate. So if you just love that, if all you talk about is this, then that's all you're going to sell. So you limited your volume to a third. You guys get this? You got to think that. And then you also want to get 3-year free qualified yourself if you're not. Because once you do that, then you can tell your team how you did it. Because story sell, facts tell. So once you get 3-year free qualified, then you say, look, I love the product. Here's my before and afters. Here's how I got it for free. And here's how I can help you. So now everyone is at 150 times 10 people. That's a lot of volume. But remember, you're getting that replenished every 23rd of the month. And then you get 100 people on the 150. You get 1,000 people on the 150 that are also 3-year free qualified. They're never canceling. So what does your residual income check look like? Every month it's sustainable, it's projected, and it's like you're making 10 grand a month in residual, up next month to 2 grand. Up, back up to 8. That's not how this works. That's how network marketing works in a lot of companies. But my income has been like this. I wish I could show graphs, but that would be kind of rude too, because I don't know, but it's just weird to show people's income. But if you saw my graph, my income since I started, it would look like this. I've never had a month where it was like this amount of money a month, and then, oh my gosh, what the heck happened? I don't even know if I'm going to have to get a job. And I'll set it back up again. No, it's very steady. It might be like this a little bit, right? But it's very steady. Because I focus on 3-year free, 3-year free, 3-year free, recruit, 3-year free, 3-year free. And it really pays dividends, okay? Great real announcements. Okay, we were also in a great company where a lot of people say, well, it's the holidays. Exactly. Starbucks has red cups. Michael Bublé is on the radio. I mean, are you kidding me? I love that guy, right? Frank Sinatra. I mean, oh my, it was the most wonderful time of the year. We have got to bank on that because we can buy, well, think about prospecting. You can buy a lot of your presents. You can buy the people you want in your business this present. And a lot of your team, think about your team. They can go buy one time, and you get the volume for it. Plus, it's a great recruiting tool because you're going to get this beautiful package for Christmas of the Miriam AD. Plus, once they use it for 30 days, they're going to be addicted, and they're going to come back and be an ongoing customer. So think about, forget presents this year. Buy this for everyone because you're now making an investment for your future. I mean buying presents. I mean, I know we got our kids. We can't buy our kids, if they're young. My kids would be like, what the heck? My daughter still thinks I do shaving cream. She's like, Miriam, you do that shaving cream. Miriam, shaving cream. That's what she thinks. But obviously for prospect, the best friend, the cousin, is a great way to do that. Think about you and your team doing that. That's even more volume on the blitz packs, on the volume on recruiting and 3-year free. I mean, you should have the best month of your year. December has always been my best month. And some people say, well, December's hard. No. It's only hard if you think it's hard. Does that make sense? You got to be very careful as a leader. You can't say it's hard. The moment you say it's hard, your team quits. Not literally, but they quit for the month. All right, well, it's hard. It's too much. I'm just going to focus on Christmas. Get them to focus. And here's another thing about Christmas. What's today's date? The 6th, right? Okay, look at your calendars. So this month, here's what needs to happen. You need to double everything. You have 2.5 full weeks left for this month. So if you're trying to go for a rank, you gotta put this in perspective. Every single one of you have 2.5 weeks left before my favorite day, my birthday, the 21st, okay? That's the day, the winter solstice, that's December 21st. The 22nd, the 23rd, and 24th, obviously what's everyone going to be focused on is Christmas, and that's good, right? Imagine if we told you, hey, forget about Christmas this year. Work the 22nd, work the 23rd, work the 24th, till midnight. Humbug. Yeah. You would kind of not want to really do this. Does that make sense? We love Christmas. We want you to be with your families. But we want you also to work your tail off between now and the 21st, so that way you position yourself for the best Christmas. And then on the 27th, 28th, 29th, 30th, probably not so much the 31st, but that's New Year's Eve, but you have about 4 days after. So you really only have about 3 weeks left of the month. So just make that note to yourself that if you're going to go for a rank, remember, just focus on 2 out of 10. And you will have, but do it now. Don't put it off until next week because you really only have 3 weeks or less for this month. But if you really work and double everything activity-wise, January is going to come. You're already going to be set up for the best 2015 of your life. You're going to be financially going to make the most money you've ever made, depending on how you treat this month. And at the same time, enjoy your holiday. Does that make sense? Okay. I know we have some Jewish people who happy Hanukkah as well. Just whatever the holidays is for you, enjoy it. We're all about it. But at the same time, work up until about the 21st. Okay. All right. So blah blah blah. You're free. We talked about that. All right. Okay. So this is a new. Don't ask me questions about this because I'm not on it yet, but I will be. I know Mark's on it. I know a lot of people just starting to get on it. It's an app that literally posts for you. So if you're like, what do I post? Get this app, and it shares really the best information. It's pretty awesome. I mean, what company after 3 years even has this? This literally does the best post for you for free, and it's an app. Okay, so if you're not really the social media type, this will take care of that for you. All right. Okay, so these are very important. So this is a sheet for real result parties. This is how I close the room. I hand out this, and also at market parties, I hand out this, and I assume the sale after they watch the DVD. Okay, what are your next steps? Number 1, pick your product. Of course, I always go for this. Pick your party. Let's have you get a party. So my philosophy is a party's not a party unless another party's birthed from that party. So I actually think it's unsuccessful attempt if I go to a party and no one wants another party. That's unsuccessful in my opinion. So we have to go into parties, not so much, oh, I want to sign someone up, but you got to go to parties saying, okay, I can't wait to birth another party or more from this party. Because that just kind of gives you that leverage, right? And this is how I close people as well, okay, through that. Opportunity, of course, the same thing, opportunity. You want to get started, pick your pack, pick your party. So that was the product one. This is the opportunity. I just use this one. I'll just be honest with you. I just use this one because I'm already assuming they're going to be a customer because they're going to become a brand partner. Kill 2 birds with 1 stone. Okay? I'm just that kind of person. But I'm not saying don't do the product, but that's just what I do, just because I love both. Okay, the fast start plan. Here's the sheet for this. This is so important. This is probably the most important thing you can do. When you have someone local, you've got to go meet with them 24 hours either over the phone and have them print this out and go through this, or in person. And that's what I told you. Remember, ask the question, what's the most important thing to you, blah, blah, blah. By the way, if you recruit 3 people, because remember the new promotions only get 2. If you get 2 people this month, what happens? You fast start qualified. Today's the 6th day. So if anyone that missed their FSQ, they have now 24 days left of this month to get 2. How much money would you make if you got 2 Premier Packs as a brand new VP? $300. Not $200, $300. Because you're making $100 plus the $100 bonus. How much does a sponsor make? $75 plus the overrides. How much does Alexis earn? $75 bonus on top of all the overrides. Okay? That's only 2. So my objective here in December is, okay, get you 2. You're going to make $300. Let's launch your business right away. First one and second party. And then let's start making a list. And then the second page, when you print it out, is going to look just like this, the whole page, where we're going to attack that 100 name list. Does that make sense? We're going to start with the first 20 people. Get them going. Get 2 to FSQ. Okay, this is brand new. Sponsor 2, which means this. Pretty simple. Promotion details. You guys all get it? It's pretty simple. It's probably one of the easiest, but amazing. I've been in this industry for 10 years. Miriam has never done the refresh or the restart. Never. Because that's a big deal. If you guys have been around for a while, I know a lot of the MDs have been around for 2 years or more. But what I'm doing is I'm getting all my leaders myself. We're going to go call the iPad window. We're calling 90 days out, 120 days out. Some of us are calling 2 years out. Because it's psychologically, I don't know what it is, but if someone missed it, they do think they're a failure. And I never say you're a failure, ever. You don't want to say that. But they think a lot of them do. So when you come to them and say, oh my gosh, I got great news. You got to restart. You have the whole month to fast start qualify all over again. You get a second chance. And second chances are like, wow, okay. And instead of 3, you only need 2. So I have yet to have a negative conversation with people that are kind of out of the game. Some of them even quit. People are like, are you serious? All right, what do I got to do? And they're back in the game that quick. But you got to glue that headset to your ear. Okay, especially leaders in the room, especially your full-time. 50 dials a day. I mean, I'm just calling everyone I can. I mean, I'm pumped about this, okay? I'm really, really pumped because it's such a simple little promotion, but it's one of the best promotions I've ever been a part of in 10 years. Because I can just go literally, like, create so much more volume. And I'm already seeing it in the app. I don't know if you guys are seeing it, but when I refresh my business, I'm already hundreds and hundreds of thousands of volume more than I was this time last month already. So I mean, you got to really get on top of this because this really could be life changing. You can find an NMD from someone that joined 4 months ago that did nothing in Nebraska. That because you reached out to them, got them plugged in again, got them fired up and plugged in their upline. They fast start qualifying. Now they become a leader for you. Isn't that cool? Don't leave a stone unturned. Call everybody. Emails, text messaging, don't work. Well, I mean, they work where 25% of your team will see it, 75% won't. And a text message, you got to be very careful about text. Now, it's okay to text like important things, but like a team call, I wouldn't text your team. I mean, does that really show you care? Oh, Todd just texted me again. Oh, I love that guy. No, how do they love you? You call. Hey, how's it going? Todd here. Hey, just want to let you know the amazing call tonight. We got an incredible NMD that's going to be on the team hearing call. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to hear it because it's going to help you retire your parents a lot quicker than we thought. Here's the number. You got everything. Great. All right. Appreciate you, man. You're awesome. Great job. Call me after the call if you have any questions. That 2 minutes is so much more valuable than just mass text. Believe me, when you get a mass text, are you like, oh my gosh, that guy's I love my upline. They just mass text me. Oh, I love them. What they care. Loving, caring, sharing. Okay? And you're just like, whatever. And it's easy to ignore text. It's hard to ignore someone that really cares about you that actually calls, picks up the phone. So I love promoting. I love getting on the phone with my team and showing them that I care. Even though it's hard work sometimes, but just trust me, it's well worth it. Here's the bonuses. Senior directors make $75 on everything. That's Fast Start qualified. They make it. Your sponsor of the person that Fast Start qualified gets 75, and that person that gets 2 gets 100, plus the 100 for the Premier Packs. And they rank it. Fast Start Frenzy. Obviously, we want to create that. That's the Fast Start Frenzy, where from BP to SD, really focusing on exposures, real results. So we're doing a real result party once a week, getting 2 people a month Fast Start qualified, exposures 2 a day. That's the majority of this room right now. So you guys think you can do 2 a day, 5 days a week, do 1 party a week, right? Minimum, and then also get 2 people a month Fast Start qualified. You guys think that you guys can do that? Yeah. Okay, I think you can. Okay. So thank you. All right, so wrapping up in the last few minutes, guys. So we pretty much went through all the slides. I think at record time. We're gonna get you out here early. But you guys get the one thing I just want to close with is you already know the vision, the opportunity, but your homework assignment. Your homework assignment this weekend, I want to give you something to do, is all I care about most for all of you is creating that 5-year vision thing. That's your homework assignment. And how to really create that is go grab a cup of coffee, go to Barnes & Noble, buy yourself, or if you're married, if you want to include your spouse with you, like that's definitely obviously smart, because their vision might not be your vision, but combined vision is always great. Maybe your spouse is not in a Nurium at all, but because of your success, he would love to golf all day. So bring him in that vision. Does that make sense? Because now, when you leave, and I'm not like a marriage counselor or anything, but let me tell you something, this will help. When you leave to go to convention, or when you leave to go to your market party every week, he or she is not going to be like, oh, you're leaving that thing again. You're leaving so that you can get him to golf quicker. You guys getting it? Yeah, and you bring him or her into that vision with you and partner on that. Does that make sense? So I really would encourage you guys to really create that for yourself, share it with your upline, share it with your support team, be very specific about it. SMART goal is specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and tangible. Okay, that's what a SMART goal is. Be specific about it and create a passionate future of where you want to be 5 years from now. So that way, today matters, the next regional matters. I think the worst thing is coming to a marketplace, crushing it. Oh, Todd, oh, bravo, so good. Oh my God, oh my, that inspired me. Oh, I'm just so inspired. And then next month, they're not even here. They're not even here. Some came up. And then the following month, they quit. You have no idea how devastating this is for a speaker. Because it's like I give you everything, and all the speakers that come into this marketplace just pour in you. The best thing you can do is don't thank them. Just don't. I mean, you can thank me, whatever, but just don't. You can write on my timeline if you want, but that's okay. Send Jeff an email. Jeff Olson, that Todd is so great, right? I don't mind, okay? But the best thing that you can do, though, is go crush the business. It's the best thank you that you can give us, is go do it. Go take action. Go get excited. Go take the hill and have the time of your life doing it. And don't forget, I'll leave you with this, have fun doing it. Don't get too caught up in Nurium that it's not even fun anymore. Make sure everyone's having fun. You guys, you all creative here, especially all the ladies in the room. Like, you're really creative when it comes to parties. Like, you can have a cupcake Christmas party. You can have the Toys for Tots party. You can have, decoration the Christmas tree party. That's okay, as long as you're creative within the system. And that's the cool thing about Nurium. It's such a cool business where you can have the time of your life and hang out with your friends and family all the time and make a lot of money doing it. But you got to embrace that fun, okay? So with that said, do I bring up anybody? Jane, or who's the next speaker next month?
Me.
What's that? On a camp is the regional speaker? What day is it? Okay, 23rd and 24th of January? Okay, all right, well, a couple comments about this. Okay, do you guys know who Anna Camp is?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's Michael Jordan and there's Anna Camp, okay? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me tell you something about Anna Camp. She's phenomenal, and she inspires me every day. She's at $1 million a year. 2.5 years ago, she couldn't even afford her home in Laguna Niguel, and now she's making $1 million. You know how much that is? It's $100,000 a month. Can you guys live off that here? Okay. Well, she's about to be international marketing director. She's a superstar. She's not a superstar just in Nurium. She's a superstar in the world of network marketing. She's one of the top hundreds of people in the world in income, in the world. And she's going to be here in less than a month. So you guys have a month to build that momentum and excitement and excitement and excitement, because all the focus should be is on it. Forget about San Jose. San Jose, what? I don't even know what San Jose, when is it? I don't even know. All I know is On Camp's going to be here in January. That's my convention. Because you're building month to month into that, because now everyone's going to want to come to San Jose. If you own the room and double this room for her, then they'll be like, oh my God, I went to San Jose. You just doubled your numbers because of her, because you're building into that event, into the convention for you guys as On Camp. Does that make sense? Yeah. Boom. Okay. So, definitely tell her I said that. So with that being said, guys, thanks so much for having me. I appreciate it. I'll bring back Libby for any closing comments, but thanks so much for having me. We're going to hang out afterwards. I appreciate it. And,